If someone wants to become financially free to be able to retire within 15 years.
Yeah.
I want to talk about that.
Sure.
I want to talk about it at different stages of life. If you're in your 20s to your 30s, if you're in your 30s to your 40s, I want to talk about that. What would be like a step-by-step approach from first the mindset standpoint, which is your thing.
Yeah.
Thinking of the mindset. Okay, I want to retire in 15 years. How do I have to think? To then the actual actions that people need to take.
Sure.
In order to get there. And what does retirement actually look like?
Oh, that's a good question. So I'm going to give you a quick formula and then I'm going to break it down because I have created, it's not very complex, but I created this wealth formula, which breaks it down into a very simple, almost mathematical thing where it's, you take your income, you subtract your expenses, and that equals your investments plus your savings.
Income
minus expenses equals your investments plus your savings. So if you want to become wealthy, it ultimately comes down to having more investments. Your savings are not there to make you wealthy, they're there to protect you against an emergency. Your investments are what make you wealthy. So if you want to become wealthy sooner, or if you want to become a wealthier,
you need more investments.
You need more investments. How do you do that? Well, if it's your income minus your expenses, it's basic math. Either increase your income, decrease your expenses, or do both.
Right.
So that's the ultimate formula. So now if we talk about, let's break it down step by step on how do you actually do it. 6 steps. And this is, no matter what age you are, these are the 6 steps that you want to follow.
Before you get into the 6 steps, what is the mindset that someone needs to think about?
Step number 1 is build the mindset.
My man.
So step number 1 is you need to have the right mindset. And
Okay.
so this is why I call myself the minority mindset and the brand minority mindset, because it's all about thinking differently than the majority of people. Because if you follow what the majority of people do, in 80 to 90% of situations, you're probably doing something wrong.
And you'll be in debt and you'll be paying off debts and loans for the rest of your life.
The majority of people are broke. The majority of people are living paycheck to paycheck. The majority of people are drowning in debt. The majority of people have 0 to no investments. The majority of people are unhappy. The majority of people are miserable. And the majority of people do not like their jobs. This is not me exaggerating. These are all statistical numbers where more than 50% of people feel this way. And so if now you keep doing what everybody else does, you're going to end up like everybody else. And so this is where now you want to think a little bit different and try to find what's right for you and start to get educated yourself. Because when it comes to the mindset, the first thing you have to understand is that it is possible. Because if you're sitting there saying it's not possible for someone like me, somebody who has my background, my parents, my whatever, I can't become successful, I 100% guarantee that you will not be able to become successful. You cannot change your outcome without changing your mindset.
Oh, that's big.
And in the previous interview we had, we talked about mindset versus tool set, where most of the times we assume that the reason why we can't become successful is because we lack the tool set. When in reality, for 90% of people, it's lacking the right mindset. Because when you have the right mindset, you'll discover that the tool set is right around you. So it's first believing that you can do it. Because once you know and believe that you can do it, that belief is going to then impact your decisions. Because now you can say, you know what? Yeah, maybe I can become successful. What are you going to do? You're going to go into YouTube, watch videos. How do I become successful? Then you start watching videos. Maybe you start binging videos. And now you start to realize, oh, okay, I can start to do this. I can change this about my life. I need to change the way I think. I need to change my actions. I need to do more things in my day. I need to stop watching so much Netflix. I need to do this. Then maybe you start reading books. And now you start reading business books, because I have read a lot of business books and there's so much wealth in a $20 business book. Just go on to Audible, look at some of the top business books and just start reading them and you will learn so much. Now you start reading them. Maybe you start doing a little bit. Maybe you don't succeed too much, but you start taking some action and you start to learn even more, because your experiences are some of the best teachers in the world. Even if you make mistakes, I have learned from my mistakes. I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have guidance. I didn't have investor family members. I didn't have people telling me how entrepreneurship works. I screwed up a ton, just like you. We made a ton of mistakes and that's how we learned. And then maybe you go and take a class. Now you're like, okay, I want to learn how to do this. I'm trying to build this business. I'm doing something wrong. I'm trying to get a better job, or I'm trying to get a raise. I keep doing something wrong. You've read books, now maybe you find a class. You invest some money in this class and now you have more education. Now you try more. And now you start to see over time, oh my God, 12 months ago, I had no idea. I didn't even believe that I can do it. Now that I believe that I can do it, I started watching YouTube videos. I started reading books. I started taking classes. I started taking action. And then you keep doing it. Maybe you hire a coach, maybe you hire a consultant. I mean,
Yeah.
the list goes on and on and on what you can do, but it all first starts with the mindset, because if you tell yourself you can't, your mind shuts down and you're never going to find an opportunity. You're never going to look for the opportunity. So that's where the mindset is the most important thing. And if you don't have the right mindset, this is where the first thing you want to do is start learning, how do I build self-esteem? How do I build my confidence? How do I believe in myself? And I don't have a ton of videos on this. I know you have a ton of videos on this. Watch Lewis's stuff, right? So start there. Then we go a little bit deeper now for focusing on the finances.
That mindset is number one.
Mindset is number one.